We're here to talk about the rate increase today that was announced just a few hours ago. Justin and I want to get on top of this, kind of ahead of all of the media articles that everyone's going to see running today and into this week on this 1% increase, which shocked me, shocked you.
Yeah.
I do feel a lot of people are being affected by what they're reading, okay?
Yeah.
Thinking it's a bad time to purchase. We have some samples for you today of mortgage payments. If you would have bought a house last March at $800,000 and you buy this month at a higher interest rate, but that house is now worth about $625,000, we want to show you today that your payments are exactly the same.
Really what it does is it does affect anybody that is in a variable rate mortgage. So what is it? It affects the variable rate mortgages, lines of credit, and student loans. Anybody who's in a fixed rate mortgage, you're fine. Don't panic. Stay the course of kind of where you're at. Again, variable rate mortgage people, if things are set up properly and you understand how it works, it's still stay the course. It's not panic mode in my opinion.
Yeah.
Is there an impact? Yes, there is. But again, you're not alone. You're with everybody else. Give us a call and we can walk you through and come up with some different strategies.
Do you want to give them that sample?
Yeah, for sure.
That's a good
So
sample.
one of the things I worked out in prep for today and kind of discussed with Emily earlier was, $120,000 household income with a car loan and a student loan. So $500 a month in debts, we'll call it. So that 120, if we went back to, let's call it, I don't know, when were the example here? So start of this year. February. So if we go back, rates were sitting around the 2.79 mark. We could qualify you under those, 120, 500 in debts. We'd qualify you for approximately $800,000 of a purchase price, buying a home for $800,000. If we go back and we look today, things have changed, qualifying's changed. You'd be looking at rates, closer to double. So if we look at rates in the 5% mark, again, these examples are under a fixed rate example, mind you. You would now qualify for close to $625,000. When we look at the difference between them, the difference between those two purchase prices and the rates from a couple months ago compared to today, the payments are essentially exactly the same. So it's kind of interesting, the psychology,
Back in January and February, when everyone wanted to buy my listings and I had 25 offers on my listings, I was looking at the top ones going, why are people paying this much money? Like, this is crazy, right? And now those houses are selling for hundreds less and no one wants to buy them. And again, I just think they're scared. They don't want to invest their money. What if I buy a house for, $700 right now and it's only worth, $650 by the end of the year? That's okay. Are you selling it this year? That's what are you selling it this year? They're like, well, no. So, okay, are you selling it next year? No. You're going to be there a few years. You're going to be fine. Let's have a look at your payments.
Yeah.
Can you afford those payments? Can you afford your lifestyle? Get into the market. I love getting people into real estate, not because it's my job and what I do, but I want to see people build wealth.
100%. That's a good point, Emily, the building wealth. I would encourage any, first-time home buyers or even secondary borrowers, right? Go talk to your parents, right? Go get an understanding of where they're at as they're kind of getting to the tail end of their investing and everything else, and understand where the majority of their wealth is held or how they've built the majority of their wealth. And I can pretty much assure you a lot of it will have been done through real estate. And
I've heard some situations where some of the parents are even saying, oh, don't buy right now. It's not a good time to buy. The market is crashing. First off, the word crashing, guys, this is not a market crash. We are still up about 15 to 20% in prices from last year at this time, and that is with the decrease in the last 90 days.
Yeah.
So this is a market crash. I was talking to my team about the average price in 2019 was in the low fours. 2019, the average price is in the low fours. It's the people in the fixed terms that are up for renewal. At the time of renewal, they're going to have to go to their lender and see what the rates are.
They are.
And lock into a new rate. So their payments
their payments potentially could go up, right? If you can't support that payment, right, if you're concerned about it, there's different strategies that we can do and look at, right? With everything gone on since you got your mortgage 5 years ago, we know house prices have jumped up drastically. So we can look at increasing your amortization to lesser impact your monthly budget. What people need to realize is there's two types of variable, I'll call it variable mortgages. There's what we call adjustable rate mortgages, and then we have variable rate mortgages. The one is your payment stays the same and what goes towards principal and interest adjusts. Another version is your payment actually adjusts to keep the principal and interest going the same. So you would need to understand what one you're in. And again, there's ways to protect yourself, whether we adjust your payment to be a little bit higher. I mentioned the stretch out the amortization again, if you're feeling tight with what's going on. But there's, it's not a doom and gloom, right? What I want you to know is we're getting calls now, do I lock in? Do I go to a fixed rate? Well, fixed rates are still today much higher than a variable rate mortgage, right?
You're giving money to the bank.
You're giving money to the bank. So what are the banks doing right now? It's easy. They're calling clients saying, come and lock in. Anyone we've talked to in our industry, you can probably count on possibly some other increases by the end of the year.
The message really today is houses are more affordable. Yes, rates have gone up, but your payments are generally the same from all of the scenarios we're running. It's a really good time to take advantage when nobody else is buying and everyone's kind of has their head in the sand. There's really good property sitting there right now on the market for 10 days, 12 days, and you could probably get your conditions in, get into a home, and be in that home for 5 to 10 years. And we don't have a crystal ball, unfortunately. I did say we would do predictions today. So I better at least try. We'll watch us back in a year and see. I feel like this rate announcement is probably going to affect us for the next 60 days. I think people are going to be not sure what to do, almost like paralyzed in some fear in some ways. If they don't reach out and get information and run their numbers, they're going to be like, not sure what to do. Maybe I'll just wait and see. Now, when everyone waits and sees,
more people building on the sideline wanting to buy.
That's a buildup. That's a buildup of buyers. And this happened before, and I've been through cycles in real estate where all of a sudden we see everyone come back at once. And if that happens, you could be competing on homes again. Now, I don't know if that's going to be happening this fall, next spring, or 24 months from now, but it will happen again. I don't know if I can see it going as crazy as it has in the past, but the demand will shift. I think people are going to be vacationing this summer and in the next few months trying to digest all of this, and it will be kind of a stagnant summer. We're going to see prices probably dip a little bit more. And in the fall, once kids are back to school, I would bet that we're going to see people come back to the table and families really realize, hey, this is a really good time for families to be moving. It wasn't when there was bidding wars. There was a lot of risk involved. But when the market gets back to kind of normal conditions, and we can see sale of property conditions come back. People buying and selling with a lot less risk. There are going to be people that won't be able to afford their payments when it comes up for renewal, that maybe locked in a couple years ago at the skin of their teeth with affordability, and maybe one has lost a job, or maybe they won't be able to afford those new payments. Yes, there will be some of those people. I don't want to say no. But we may see, power sales and bank sales come back in the next few years. Thanks for doing this live with me today.
Yes, thank you. It was fun.
Thanks so much for joining, and we hope everyone has a fantastic day. And give us a call if there's any questions whatsoever. We'd be happy to meet with you. Bye for now.